Hi beautiful maker, how are you all doing today? My name is Mark and I love making things sweet and in style. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And this is where I do anything and everything creative. So for today, I've decided to share with you a very easy, elegant flower that you can put on your cake, especially on wedding cakes. It's none other than these beautiful gardenias. So I'm going to show you how to make the flower in different stages. So from the semi-bloom to the fully bloomed open flower and also the buds. See that? It's very pretty and elegant. So what are you waiting for? Let's start. Okay, so we'll start making our gardenia petals. So the first thing you need to have is a paste. So you can use gum paste, cold porcelain, or even clay for this one. So what we're using now is gum paste. This is color white. So this is already conditioned. So as you can see, it's stretchy. So what you need to do now, you need to dab cornstarch on your table. Okay, so that it won't stick. Okay, and then we start rolling. So again, just roll on one direction so that it won't stick. Okay, so you have to roll it thin enough that you can still insert wire number 28. Okay, and then we will cut. So we'll be using two sets of cutters. So cutter number 1 and cutter number 2 of the teardrop rose petal cutter. So for cutter number 1, this is 2 cm in diameter. For cutter number 2, this is 2.5 cm in diameter. Okay, so just gently cut. Okay, so for the small ones, you need to cut 7 pieces. Okay, for this one, the small one, you need to cut 7 pieces, and then this will be non-wired. And then for the bigger petal, the 2.5 inches in diameter, you have to cut 12 petals. Okay, and then this will be the wired one. So I'm going to show you how to treat the petals. Okay, so we'll start first with the wired petal. So you need to dab cornstarch so it won't stick. Okay, and then using your ball tool, gently expand. Okay, and then you have to take note that the petals of gardenias are not all the same. Okay, so it has a lot of movement. That's why I really love this flower. Just like so. So I thinned out only the edges. Avoid the center because that's where you'll be inserting wire. Okay, and then you need to get your rose petal veiner because they have the same veining in my observation. Okay, so just press and then take it out. And then what you need to do now, you need to get your wire number 28, loop the end. Okay, just like that, and then we insert. And then lock and press. So you need to insert it only until here. And then what you need to do now, using your smaller ball tool, this one. So I'll flip this over. I will create pulls, okay, from the side. Just like that, because you need to have movement. And then you need to put this on the spoon. And then pinch them just like that for it to have movement. Okay, so it should be like that. And then some other petals would have to dry like this. Okay, and some would have to dry like so. So you need to create different movements. Okay, and then again you need to make 12 pieces of this one. That's my standard number, but you can go more. And then for the smaller petals, the non-wired, okay, you dab cornstarch, and then you just simply need to flat, okay, and expand the petal. Just like so, and then just vein it. Okay, and then you're already done. So you have to put this on a airtight container so it won't dry out. So what I have here is a Tupperware, but you can also use a Ziploc. Okay, and then after that, we'll assemble it to our base. Okay, so right now we're still waiting for our petals to dry, the ones that are wired. I have here a small paste, the size is 2 cm. So this will be the base of our flower, okay? So if you're making the base for gardenia, you have to remember that the base should be at least almost at the same size of the smaller petal, okay? So what you need to do, you need to gently knead and massage, and then smoothen it out on your palm, and make a teardrop, just like so. Okay, so I just rolled it on one direction. Okay, I mean on one part, so it became a teardrop. And then you need to get your wire number 22, color green. This one, you need to make a loop using your pliers. Okay, and then we'll insert this here and then lock. Okay, so you have to let this dry for about half a day, or it's better if overnight, so it's really firm. So I have here that I dried earlier. So you see that? So it's at least at the same size, or yeah. So what I'll do now, I will attach the petals one by one. So you need an edible glue, and then these are all the small petals that I placed in. These are done veining, and then I placed them on my airtight container. Okay. So this is similar to how you make a spiral rose. So the first thing you need to do, you need to get one petal. I'll add edible glue, very little, on one part. Okay. One part first. So dab the excess on your hands. Okay. One part first, and then I put it here. Okay. So when you put it at that level, you see that it won't focus. Hey. Okay. Should be at this level. See that? And then I will fold. Almost closed. See that? Should look like that. Okay. And then I'll get another petal. I'll just put glue on one part. Okay. So if you decided to put glue all on the left part, you should put all glue on the left part. If you decided to put it on the right part, the other side, you have to put it all on the right part. So what I'll do now, instead of me inserting this here, I'll put this just at the back. Okay, see that? Same level, gently press. Okay. So just have to continue on doing this. Okay, so you see that I'm inserting from the back. Because sometimes it's hard to insert from the inside, so you have to insert from the back part. So you need to do that on all the petals. So the smaller petals are actually 7 pieces. Okay, so again, I'll just put on the left part. Okay, and attach it. So here, we're already almost done covering the entire bud. So you need to attach just at the same level, like that. Okay? And then you can use the end of your brush to actually make it closer and tighter. So at this point, you already have a crisscross. So what I will do, dab a little bit of edible glue on your hands, okay? And then we'll start closing this very little, okay? So you put glue on the bottom part, close it a little, okay? So for those of you who are interested to know how to make a spiral rose, please comment down below. I'll be happy to make a video of that one. So yeah, put glue and then gently close. Okay. So this one, the last one, before I totally close this, I'll add more petals. Okay. Same. Just put on the left. Okay, and then attach. See that? Before I finally almost close this one. So I'm just putting glue on the bottom part. Okay. Gently close. So I don't put glue on the upper part because I want you guys to see the spiral formation similar to real gardenias. Okay. So, oops. So you have to finish all the smaller petals. So I'll attach here again, just one, like so, and then I will close this one. See that? Okay, and then this one, okay, put edible glue, and then I will attach it to where I ended. So I accidentally closed it. So if that happened, just open it slightly and then insert. Okay, and then close. Okay, so there you have it. This is the center of our gardenia. You see that? Okay, so I'll be adding glue here for me to totally close this one. Okay, and it should look like so. It's similar to a spiral rose. Okay, because that's how it looks like, the real flower. Okay, so you have to let this dry and then we will add the wired petals. Okay. Okay, so right now all the petals are dried. So I have here size 1 inches and 1.5 inches. Okay, so this is a floral tape. So this is what we'll be using for our calyx. So all you have to do is expand, okay, to activate the stickiness, and then you need to twist one end so that it will be pointed, just like so. So you need 5 pieces of that. This is for the calyx of our gardenia. So it's the one underneath the petals, okay? So you need to get your center, the one that we did earlier, that's already dried. So I have here floral tape green, expand to activate the stickiness. Okay, so what you need to do now, you need to get petals. So you will put it just underneath, see that? That should be the level. So the first set of petals, it may be 5 or 6, so it has to be a little bit upper. Just like how you do wired roses. See that? Okay, so right now that we are done with the flower, I'll teach you how to make the buds of the gardenia flower. Okay, so first you need a gum paste, color white. You can also use cold porcelain, okay? So just smoothen it out and then smoothen it out on your palm. Just like so. If it's a little bit sticky, dab cornstarch, okay? So, and then make it a little bit oval. Just like that. One end should be pointed and then the other is also pointed. It's like an egg shape. And then I have here wire number 22. You need to insert it on one end and then you need to lock. Okay. So this is how it should look like. See that? And then, using your knife tool like this, you need to create lines. Okay. If you don't have this, you can also use an ordinary knife or a scissor. Okay, so once you created those dip lines, normally it's about 6 or 7 lines depending on the size of your bud. What you need to do now, hold the, you see those lines? Okay, so you need to hold the end and then gently twist. Okay, so that the lines will be on a curved motion like so. See that? That's how it should look like. And then after that, what I have here is these are floral tape. Okay, so you need to cut about 2 inches and then you expand to activate the stickiness. And then one end, again, you twist. Okay, So this will be our calyx. So we'll attach this to our bud. So you need to get a floral tape that is quite long. Okay. And then this is our bud. So what you need to do now, so first you attach it at this level. Okay, so don't worry if it's moving a bit. Later on, once we're done, it's gonna all come in place. Okay, just tie it like that. Then add another one. Okay, and another. And then tie it. Sometimes it's gonna move, it's okay, but later on we will arrange that. Okay. Add another one. So you basically need five of this calyx. Okay. You can also use the specific cutter for this one, but I prefer using this because this is easier and this does not break because it's floral tape, of course. Okay, and then you have to make this clean. So get another bunch of floral tape. Okay, and then gently you need to wrap the entire wire. Okay, and then later on we will dust. See that? So this is how it should look like. Okay, so now I'll teach you how to make the fully opened gardenia bud. Okay, so what I have here is Gumpaste color yellow. So what you need to do basically, you just need to insert it on wire number 22 that has a loop. Okay, make sure that it's locked. Then dab cornstarch so it won't be sticky. So what you need to do now, using your scissors, I'll create random cuts. Okay, big cuts. Okay, so normally I do three big cuts like that. See that? And then what I will do now, I will flat. Okay. And then I will form this into a bud-like structure. Just like that, randomly. Okay, it won't focus. You have to see it. Just like that. This will be the center of the flower. And then what you need to do, I'll just cut here from the side. Just like that. And then I'll make this very thin and long. Normally, it has around 2 or 3 pieces of this one. Okay, see that? And then, what you would want to do, I'll put edible glue here on these 3 thin parts. And then, I will add in some gelatin powder that actually has color brown. Okay, so right now, I added some gelatin dust with color brown. You see that? So what I'm going to do now, I'll be adding some of the smaller white petals, but this is optional. But if you want to make it realistic, you have to add this. So I'm just adding some edible glue on the sides. Okay? So what you need to do now, I have here very small petals. So I just made random, very small balls, and then I flattened it. And I pinched them to make it more realistic. And then I flat it with a ball tool. Okay, but again, this is optional. But if you want to make it realistic, this is a must. Okay. So you just need to attach it together, just like that. See that? Okay, so sometimes it helps if you'll do this while it's on a styro or it's standing. So I forgot to add some edible glue here. So I just have 5 pieces. You can do more or 3. Normally it's 5. Okay, and then you need to pinch this. Okay, so after that, I have here my petals that are already dried. So same procedure as the first one. You need to add petals one at a time. Okay, so this one I dried them on a foam pad. Okay, so this is the one I use for drying flowers. Okay, but again, you can also use a spoon if you don't have this foam. for drying flowers. Okay, just like that. And then what you need to do, you need to get your floral tape and expand to activate the stickiness, and then I will add one by one randomly, same as before. Okay, so right now we're done with all our flowers and buds, so we need to dust them. So for the bud, the upper part should be a bit yellowish. So I'm gonna dust this with yellow, and then all the bottom part should be very, very greenish. Okay. So you can go on and make this more green because there are different stages of the bud also. So the more that it's white, it means that the more that it's matured. So the more that it's green, it means that the more that it's a bit immature. Okay. And then for some end parts, I'll be adding some greens. Okay. Just to make it realistic. And normally, the inner part, I add some yellowish glows. Okay, in some parts of the petal. It's like that. And then for the other flower, this one. Okay. So you need to add some greens also at some ends. And then some yellows on the center so that it would look more realistic. Okay, so there you have it. This is your gardenia flower with buds and the fully opened flower. Okay,